Yes. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Geek Culture Congress. One of your hosts, always Louis Speedy Jr. Gonzalez, accompanied by Rich Ortiz, Joey Franchise, Tarek Lewis. Tonight, whenever you're listening to this, we're going to be talking about the movie event of February. The moment we have all been waiting for. The spoiler discussion of Captain America Brave New World in all its glory. First off, welcome everybody. Welcome everybody to the live stream. If you got something to say, by all means, throw it in the chat and we will throw you up there on the screen just like we threw Angel there. Shout out to Angel for checking in, and you'll be part of the show. So we'll be talking with you. All right. We got Dez. Dez is in the building. Dez, I'm gonna shoot you the link, brother. Okay, I'm gonna shoot you the link. Let's see. There's a link here.
I'm just gonna say now, guys, y'all not gonna like my review of Captain America. Just warning y'all.
You're just mad because he's not Captain Puerto Rico.
You should have been.
I'm just mad because I saw everything in the trailer and the teaser.
Where was dude though? The new Falcon. Where is?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's Latino.
Yeah,
he's Puerto Rican apparently.
I think he's Puerto Rican.
From the U.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from the U. I know that. Yeah.
He actually might be Cuban.
You know a lot of the backstory there, man. Hey, I didn't even know all that. Welcome everybody, Geek Culture Congress, and let's talk about it. So this is your traditional spoiler warning, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to talk about Captain America: Brave New World, and then we'll talk about some other stuff like Invincible. Invincible's running, yeah.
Mention. Also, honorable mention: Dragon Ball Daima.
Okay, yeah. We got a new form for Goku, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's very controversial.
Well, not a new form, but a form, but in a new way.
Yeah, in a new way.
We'll get into it.
Yeah, we'll get. Yeah, I'll let you guys take over that because I've been checked out Dragon Ball.
I don't think anybody else is watching other than me. To be honest with you.
All right, you're gonna
I'm up on the news.
flag
I'm
and
up on
run
the
it
Dragon
in.
Ball news. I haven't watched it, but I know what's going on.
Okay, good. So welcome everybody. So once again, you spoiler warning. Captain America, Brave New World. We're gonna talk about it right now. So if you haven't seen the movie for some weird reason, come back after you watch the movie.
Spoiler warnings because we saw everything in the trailer. Spoiler alert, we saw it.
Rich, you're coming in so hot. I'm gonna let you start. Okay, go ahead and give us your feelings about Captain America: Brave New World.
So listen, if you saw the teaser and you saw the trailer, I'm sorry. But you saw pretty much the whole movie. Everybody knows everything that was happening in, the Red Hulk was Thunderbolt Ross. We knew that was going to happen. The how we get there is a little different. So Stern, everybody, what's Stern's first name? Dr. Stern?
I forgot.
I don't know.
Samuel Stearns. He's a professor.
Anyway, turns out Stern was helping Thunderbolt Ross stay alive. Thunderbolt Ross had, I guess, an ailment where he needed some help.
Heart issue.
Yeah, he had a heart issue. Stern was giving him not only the treatment for him, but he was also giving him gamma radiation, which is the why he turns into the Red Hulk, and he was doing it purposely the whole time, trying to prove to people that he was this monster and this whole thing. But to be honest with you, other than the last fight, which was the fight where the cherry blossom scene, and then also the fight which we all thought was for adamantium. Actually ended up just being a fight between territories at the site, which was at adamantium, which was kind of
what it was for the adamantium. I mean,
it was, but
that's what I got out of it.
Yeah, but it was really more so. It was a play for Stern to try to get the countries against each other. It wasn't that the countries were fighting for the adamantium itself.
Oh,
It
they were
was
fighting for the adamantium.
yeah. But what I'm saying is it wasn't like
Stearns used the the issue that was going on between all the countries and not being able to share the adamantium as a play to kind of fuel a war. There was already like friction already because they were fighting on who should wield this new element that's already like that's in the world now. So he used that as like a play because there was already friction and they were trying to make ties. That's the whole beginning of the movie is they're just trying to come together and make peace and share this element with each other.
I think Rich was just saying like the adamantium wasn't in play. It wasn't like
that's
it
what
was like trying to get a hold of it.
Adamantium was going to be a huge play in this movie and a huge plot point, and it really wasn't. Like
it didn't need to be though. It was like a hey, let's show this off real quick. Wink, wink. X-Men on the way. Let's get back to the movie. There's already too much going on with this movie that we're gonna get into, but
yeah. But let's other than those two scenes, what I was trying to say was, other than those two scenes and the opening scene, which was Captain America doing his thing, I have to say that I wasn't really impressed. Like that, I love the action scenes when there were action scenes, but there wasn't enough there for me. And then, as I said before, if you saw the trailer, you pretty much saw all the action scenes and everything. Like, I'm sorry, but to me, as much as I wanted to like the movie, it was like a 6 for me, only because I felt like everything, all the good parts and everything that we saw in the trailer was all the good parts you saw in the movie.
Fair enough. Let's get our guest in. We got a guest, ladies and gentlemen. We got my good friend Dez.
What's
Dez,
going
how
on,
you doing,
guys?
brother? Welcome to the show, man.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Thank you for allowing me on to your show. I appreciate it.
No problem, brother.
Yeah.
I'm glad you wanted to join us, man. So we talking about Captain America: Brave New World.
I literally just ended it like an hour ago.
Yeah, you just finished it?
Yeah, I just got home like.
So he got amped up. I need to get on the pod and talk.
Yeah, about so I was like, when I saw you guys were doing this, I was like, yeah, I
actually just watched it an hour ago myself.
I saw it in IMAX, so I was like, all right, cool. Let me see it in IMAX because I had a free ticket. So I was like,
hey, that's always good.
Hey, there you go. So let's get your fresh take, Des. Go ahead, give us your fresh take of the.
I give it a 7.5. I mean, that's just the child in me. Especially seeing Anthony Mackie taking on a mantle as a black man, following a white man in his own storyline, which I thought was great. There was some CGI stuff that I didn't like. I think I don't know if y'all had noticed the little Easter egg. There was a small little Easter egg in the president's office where they paid homage to the original Thaddeus Ross.
Yeah.
So they had it was a picture of his daughter, his wife, and him, but it was the original actor. So I thought that was cool that they did that.
Okay.
Just to pay homage to him, because if you looked at any of the photos, there was none of the older photos was with Harrison Ford. It was with the original actor.
Mm.
So I thought that was a good hats off to them to at least doing that. Could he have done a little bit better job as Thaddeus? I think so. But I mean, overall I liked it. I didn't like the whole adamantium, like the Celestial had the adamantium, and that's how we already know how Wolverine got his adamantium. So the fact that they're trying to, add this in as a tidbit kind of doesn't make sense to me. Especially when X-Men's already in the MCU now, so we don't really need to talk about this is how adamantium now is in the MCU.
To interject, I think introducing it was kind of a way to tie up loose ends with Eternals to begin with, so they had to get rid of that because I highly doubt they're gonna even go back down that road and doing Eternals too. But you know, we saw. I mean, yeah, Wolverine is in the MCU, but through a different universe, through Deadpool's universe.
True.
So the 616 hasn't really seen adamantium or knows where it comes from. So we know how it was made through the OG X-Men movies.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But we don't know how the 616 is going to use it. And now it's the new, you know, the origin story of where it comes from. So, okay, Tiamat had it, and now it's a fight between, or like, you know, all these countries, including Japan, which, you know, we all know Silver Samurai, all that stuff, like all that Wolverine lore, it all comes from. So now that was like kind of a wink, like, okay, we know at some point now that we see that Thaddeus Ross, you know, we see what happens to him at the end, what's going to happen with the adamantium now, and it's probably going to get in the hands of Japan, and they're probably going to use that to kind of create the Wolverine narrative for the 616.
Am I the only one that thought though that it was going to play a way bigger role? Like, because
it wasn't supposed to.
We saw it in the trailer, and I'm thinking like, all right, they're introducing adamantium. Like, but that's exactly what it is, just an introduction to adamantium.
That's all it needed to be.
Other than that, like, but to me, like, it's like the same thing with Dr. Stern, who was the bad guy in this one too. It's like, all right, so the adamantium is introduced, but it's not really used in the plot point in this, other than the fact that they used it for the countries to go at war with each other.
They're like, go ahead.
No, but and then the last thing I was gonna say, and then Stern comes in and does a great job being a bad guy in this movie. But again, I feel like the way that they took Stern down is like he turned himself in.
Yeah,
that's all part of his plan.
That was.
Yeah, it was. Richie, this was all part of the plan.
It was all. It was all a part.
I don't know what you're getting mad about.
what I'm getting mad at is like it's like. Dude, yeah. All right, so you do your.
It wasn't a perfect movie.
Listen, adamantium. The adamantium introduction was not gonna be like, "Hey, Wolverine's coming at the end." Oh my god! Listen, it was just a, "Hey, it's here, it exists, it's in the 616."
It was a MacGuffin for them to talk about, so everybody could be like, "Oh, look at that." They said
laying the foundation.
That's pretty much what it was. It was like, oh my god, they mentioned adamantium.
We're already crossing X-Men territory, so like we're gonna get into the X-Men rumors after this, but like they're laying the foundation. It's like X-Men is on the way, like in the next couple years.
Yeah,
like after they tie up all the Avengers multiverse saga stuff.
Dude, I compare it to like pretty much what Captain America: Brave New World did is like what DJs do on Instagram, which was the teaser before the teaser. It was the teaser talking about the teaser before it gets to the actual teaser.
But that's like that's every Marvel movie.
Yeah, it's true. Tarek, you got fresh eyes on Captain America: Brave New World. Tell us how you feel about the movie, sir, and you could include spoilers and all that.
I am highly disappointed this Black History Month in this film. Highly disappointed, man. My man had on a tight vibranium turtleneck first half of the movie. I wasn't feeling it, man. I thought Anthony Mackie did a decent job as Captain America. I honestly think that this story worked in the comic books. When you know the dynamic worked in the comic book when there's all these other heroes that he has to. You know, this mantle is important amongst the other heroes more so than just as a symbol of America or whatever. I was cool. The adamantium thing didn't bother me. I was cool with the giant opera hand sticking out of the sky. Yeah, the dynamics of that, the geography of that. I don't know how many reshoots they did, but I definitely noticed. I was like, wait a minute. They called it an island. Is it over the clouds or is it an island they're all landing on? What are the ships going to do if everything is? It was just a weird dynamic with that hand and them trying to land on it. But the killing move on any in any comic book movie is to not have a good villain, and the villain wasn't dope. He wasn't dope. I mean. Maybe because I'm a part of the big head family. I wanted to see leader with the real big head.
That's why I was doing the same thing. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, wasn't in the Hulk movie his head was bigger than that?
Yeah,
It seemed like, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't look menacing. Oh man, there was a scene where he's standing right across from Cap, and he looks so short. And I was like, oh, they cast like the white Kevin Hart to do this joint. He looks so short, and it's just like the least menacing thing. He didn't have any mental powers. My man was just really good at probability, which could be cool. Like if you pair that with somebody like a Taskmaster or something, that's cool. I just felt like it missed in a lot of areas. I was to a certain point, I was bored, and the action, it was interesting, but it seemed like all the fights were kind of the same. Like I will say, I didn't like that he didn't have a distinct fighting style. You know, it didn't seem like his fighting style was distinct.
Captain America.
Yeah, I got it with the wings.
He got that kick he be doing.
The one
he does that over and over
He
again.
does it,
This is how Black Widow used to
smacking.
do the little
It's
wing
It's like back in the day when Cass used to hit the dance floor and do the little dice thing.
Yeah,
He be smacking people with his
Dice
wings,
football,
and he did a really big smackdown in the big fight.
all his moves are from like the little guys who used to be in wrestling. You know, like you go to see Rey Mysterio and the Japanese guys in wrestling. It was all those moves. The rockers back in the 80s. It just wasn't like Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross. Ross wasn't bad, but they tried so hard to make him look like he was an angry person that it kind of like he's getting angry over everything. Like the toast could have been burnt. He could have been almost hulking out like, like, I don't know, man. It just, they're playing they're playing the song to trigger everybody to these secret agents in this movie or to do stuff. They play this song to trigger them. But then they also show like a little light flashing in their face.
On their
so
phones.
it's like on their phone. So did that trigger them or the song?
No,
what's going on?
Sure.
I think the Flash
was the one that the Flash thing that they see on their phone is what triggers them to actually get triggered when the song goes off.
Yeah,
it's like Bucky. Okay. Like when they read the thing to Bucky, when Hydra would read the book or say the words.
Yeah, it's a throwback to that.
Yeah,
a little bit.
And I thought all they have to do is tell them what to do after that.
Okay, I thought the song was the Bucky Winter Soldier thing, and then so that's why I was confused with the Flash. I don't know. It just wasn't. It wasn't a compelling plot. It wasn't a compelling plot, and maybe I wanted a little more Winter Soldier spy, you know. And they tried to do that. The Serpent, that was kind of, I don't know. And listen, I got nothing against Giancarlo Esposito. But I feel like I whoop his ass in the fight. Like at this point,
that's crazy. My man's calling for
Giancarlo
Esposito smoke.
Giancarlo Esposito smoke
live on the show.
Don't step on his J's, baby. Don't step on his J's.
Yo, did you forget, man? You forgot. Do the right thing, dog. This is crazy.
I agree with the sentiment, though. I just feel like everything about this movie was very underwhelming.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a statement.
I don't know. I think I was putting this movie on a pedestal, but I digress.
But I'm gonna say this: I enjoyed watching Craven more.
Whoa!
Bum, bum.
Yo, delete this man right now off the chat, bro. Off the chat.
It was more.
This man.
More enjoyable to watch. I'm not saying
that's crazy.
I'm not saying it was a better film. I'm not saying Craven was a better film.
Okay.
I was just saying I was never bored in Craven. There were moments in this where I was bored.
Dang. Okay.
There were moments in this where I was bored. That the woman who's Ross's security personnel assistant. What is her name? Ruth.
Ruth. She's Sabre.
Yeah,
she's Sabre in the comics.
Sabre without being named Sabre.
Yeah, her being a sparrow.
I think of Office when I hear Sabre.
Her being a sparrow and all, it's like that doesn't make sense. Why would the U.S. president have a former sparrow as like his head of security? And then, you know, her being involved in her little fight scenes, which is the same choreography everybody else had. I don't know. It was disjointed. it feels like they could have done one plot and maybe a side plot, and then just drove with that. But it seemed like it was all over the place. I give it a 6.5 out of 10.
Wow, well, 6.5. Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Joey Franchise.
I gotta be at a 6.8, 6.9, teetering a 7. Just knowing.
I'm gonna tell the popcorn bucket.
Oh, you got the
everything's
popcorn
gonna be
bucket?
Okay. Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's gonna be okay.
Careful stroking that popcorn bucket, man.
Look how it isn't even it stands up weird, too.
That's what she said.
Crazy. Yeah.
You know, nobody's using that. Nobody's using that for popcorn, dog.
Well, nobody uses it for popcorn after the movie anyway. So.
But yeah, 6.8, 6.9. Just knowing what I know about the movie beforehand, I wasn't going into this movie expecting anything miraculous. I didn't expect it to save the MCU. I expected it to just do what it was supposed to do in a Captain America movie, give us the espionage aspect of it, gave me Diet Winter Soldier vibes. It really felt like an Incredible Hulk 2 movie inside of a Captain America movie, inside of an Eternals movie. So it was too much going on in a sense, but enough to be like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing. You're tying up loose ends with the Incredible Hulk, and you're storing away these characters like the leader, like the Ross, as you see at the end after he becomes Red Hulk. They do the sun's getting real low situation to remind him of his daughter, to bring him back down to Thaddeus Ross. They throw him in the raft. They throw Leader in the raft, and then if we want to revisit these characters, we know where they live, we know where they exist. They go back in the toy chest. So I thought Anthony Mackie was a great Captain America. I don't know if he sold me as a leader of the Avengers yet, but he was a solid Captain America. I thought he did a great job. I loved Harrison Ford in the movie as well. I thought that was good. Even the Joaquin Torres character, I thought that was really cool. I love that they're shining light on that and showing love to Latinos, you know what I'm saying? Because I know how bad Rich wanted Captain America to be Captain Puerto Rico with the way his suit's set up. I wasn't disappointed in it at all. And then we got Secret Wars tease at the end with the post-credit scene. That was pretty dope. And that just shows just how much the leader, how smart he is, and how much that gamma really affected his brain. That dude, he's got all those probabilities that he's coming up with, and can kind of, predict what the future is going to look like, or what's going to be, or what's to come. Right. He kept doing that, alluding to that through all his little mastermind plans or kind of riddles that he was leaving Captain America or throughout the movie. So I thought that was pretty cool. It felt like I felt like the leader was supposed to did what he was supposed to do, be like this, mischievous guy in the back, you know what I mean? And then you lift the curtain and this guy's the whole mastermind behind everything that's going on between creating friction in the war for adamantium, just kind of setting Thaddeus Ross up to get angry enough to become the Red Hulk. Mm-hmm. And we learned that he was dying, which is why he kept the leader, in confinement the way he did in that jail in Echo 1 or whatever it was in Virginia. And the red pills were just actually gamma radiation the entire time. So that was pretty wild. And we got to see Liv Tyler at the end. All the Incredible Hulk loose ends all tied up, because Universal does not like making money apparently. And don't want to make an Incredible Hulk 2 movie, so they used whatever characters they can use to put it in a Captain America movie, and they did what they did. And I thought they did a decent enough job to make it entertaining. The action was great to me. But yeah, it was an entertaining movie. I'd watch it again. It wasn't the best. It's not the greatest Captain America movie, but it was solid enough to be like, okay, I see what you're doing here, and I'm looking forward to Thunderbolts, because we get a Bucky cameo in the movie too.
Question for y'all, real quick: does Universal still own the Hulk rights?
Yeah. Yep.
For movie stuff, yeah.
Mm-hmm. For movie stuff still? Okay. Yep. Got you.
Yep.
They can't use Hulk in anything unless they got to okay it.
Okay.
They can use. It's so weird how their deal structured. They can use Hulk in Avenger movies. He can do team up movies. They did that with Thor Ragnarok, kind of a World War Hulk.
Yeah.
Thing. But yeah, they can't do any standalone Hulk movies without their permission.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Okay. All right. I thought I thought that they gave up, or they bought that that the Marvel bought it back, like they did with Fox. So they're basically kind of doing the same thing like Sony with Spider-Man.
That's the
that
only
ride at Universal's too popular, fam.
yeah, that's the only property.
Yeah,
Universal's gonna lose those rights soon.
That's the only property that Marvel
stuff in Disney and Epcot and everything.
Yeah, Marvel doesn't have that property to the fullest yet.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I don't think Universal again wants to let that go.
Yeah, because of the ride, and then because I know that, like Speedy just said, because isn't that what they're changing Epcot slowly?
Slowly, they got that Guardians of the Galaxy in there right now.
Yeah.
Little by little, they're getting ready.
We're supposed to be getting it. I think we're supposed to be getting an Avenger campus at some point over here too.
That's what they're doing. They're getting ready. They're getting ready for that for those rights to fall off. They'll probably just leave the Hulk right there in the beginning of that world and then call it something else. You know?
I did see a review from IGN that said it felt like this Captain America doesn't have enough enemies, so they just use the Hulks.
Man, IGN's also the same platform that gave Penguin a 5 and She-Hulk.
Yeah, I read that in the comments. I was like, they did what? That's crazy.
Dude, they gave She-Hulk an 8.
Let's give you. Yeah, it did. That's crazy.
I don't listen
Let's give you guys my take.
Go ahead,
on Captain America, Brave New World. I agree with everybody's rating. I'm at about a 6.5, and I kind of really want to give it a 7, just because I enjoyed watching it. I didn't wasn't like, oh my god, what an aberration of a movie, like I kind of was with Craven, you know, and that's just maybe just my personal taste, I guess. Or maybe I was just in a good mood, I guess. Or maybe I think the reason why it's doing very well is this is just the first Marvel serving for this year, and they're just eating it up. We're eating it up. Everyone's eating it up like they've been starved in the desert. You know what I mean?
Which is good. We haven't had that in a very long time.
And it's slightly passing a mid critique by fans. You can see that there's the traditional fans versus the critics going on right now. I think it's sitting at 80% on Rotten Tomatoes by the fans, and then I think still 50 or below 50 now by the critics.
A very long time.
And it's slightly.
Yeah, that's not fair. Being below 50 is not fair for this movie.
No,
I would say.
No, you say?
No, that's too low.
And then you look at those two ratings, and maybe somewhere in the middle is probably where it needs to be at. And I get it. Yeah. And I see watching the movie, you can see the flaws in the movie. You can see where they inserted the Giancarlo Esposito character. I think there was the scene where with the leader. Near the end of the movie, where he's giving them the aha moment, the aha, like I'm giving you all the dialogue of everything that I've been doing against you right now, and had this like weird filter around it, like they blurred out other stuff that they didn't want to show in the shot, kind of like an AI filter. I don't know, it looked weird. Especially
I didn't notice how short he was. I didn't notice that.
And IMAX, you could really tell. It was like really like, okay, what's wrong with the screen? But little things like that. I think it was, I know people talk about Falcon Winter Soldier is not a great show, and I definitely agree with certain aspects of that. I don't like the ending. I don't like the ending of Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I just rewatched Falcon and Winter Soldier in preparation, and it was actually a much better show than I remember. It was
a decent show. I didn't care for the ending too much, but I enjoyed the show pretty much for the most part. And watching all these movies and the progression of the Falcon character to to being Captain America now, it's a continuation of his plot arc. He was a person who helped veterans with PTSD counseling and stuff like that, and he was he became helping Captain America, and he got involved in the Civil War thing, and he got arrested. Was put in the raft for a little while, and it was just a lot of, he has a interaction with Falcon Winter Soldier with the hidden Captain America, who gets to train him now. Mm-hmm. He gets to train him now, because makes him even work harder in training. I appreciate a little bit of that. Like, okay, he didn't take the super soldier serum, but he's been really training his ass off. That's why he can hold. And
I loved how they joked around the whole movie, and he was like, the one line where he was like,
Yeah.
I should have taken the serum my ass. Like,
And even the way that he talks down Thunderbolt Ross at the end, the president, at the end, that's his character. You know what I mean? That's what he does. And I've heard some people are like, oh, he literally like talk to beat him. But if you've watched all these Marvel movies, every time Falcon's been introduced to him, that's his character, that's his his background, and it was a perfect progression. I thought it was cool the way it kind of ended. I would have liked him to see him defeat him, by some luck, physically, but was that really going to happen?
Yeah, I think that I agree with you, Speedy, and I don't think any of the performances were bad.
No, I thought everything was great.
I don't think any
Bradley
of the
thing was
performances
great
were
too.
bad. It was just the way they were all mashed together.
Yeah, it was a weird combo. It's like, we're going to use a little bit of this. We're going to use a little bit of this. Throw a little bit of this in it because we got to talk about this. Let's shoehorn some adamantium in it because we're going to do some cool stuff with X-Men later. And, Captain America, Falcon's our Captain America, but he doesn't really have any cool bad guys. So we're just going to throw a schmozzum board of open-ended characters, that we had on the shelf, Let's throw them in here.
And then on top of that, we're going to throw in Bucky, and he's a congressman now, but we're not going to tell you how we got there.
Yeah.
We're going to wait.
Yeah. Well, they're probably saving that for the Thunderbolts movie.
They are. They're like Bucky's doing the congressman thing, but this also takes place 2 years after Falcon and Winter Soldier. So he's obviously they're going to kind of reel back that Bucky storyline for Thunderbolts, because that's going to have to be the question as to why he's there in the first place, or how he actually decided to go for it. Because the whole Val stuff is kind of makes a play in him join the Congress.
One big L, I would tell you, from the beginning. What's up, Mama Bear? From the beginning of the execution of the promotion of this movie, and I guess they decided they had to do it just to get the buzz up. But showing us Red Hulk from the jump,
that was wild.
That was wrong, because if they would have held it and let it just come out. Let people speculate on it and let it just be known, that it happens, come release day. That whole reveal would have been 100 times more interesting.
They had to ensure.
But that's exactly my point, though, with the whole thing. Like, they put everything in the trailer. So when you watch the movie, Marvel's pretty good at giving you a little bit, but then enough to where you have to watch the movie to actually find out the plot and everything.
They gave up all the goodies. They
had to, though. To be respectfully, they had to. It wasn't like the Dawn of Justice, the Superman versus Batman situation where they should have held Doomsday. Superman and Batman are just enough to make you be like, all right, I'm going to the movie. They're fighting each other. I'm going. That's enough for me to go to a movie theater. Captain America, a new Captain America. Again, you're talking about you're not too familiar with the villains. They don't have any intriguing villains or anything like that. Anthony Mackie's great though, but how do we make this how do we make sure that we really build around this, new Captain America and really hit it out the park? I mean, you have to show you have to show your hand. You have to push the toys, you have to push all the, all that merch, ticket sales, and that's really what drove it. When I saw, even though I know the fight was probably going to be 10 less than 15 minutes long, I mean, bro, it's Captain America versus Red Hulk. I mean, we haven't seen Red Hulk yet in the movie, so this was actually kind of a treat in a sense. And even though we got it in the trailer, at least for me, I wanted to see more in the theater. And I think that's what a lot of people felt and, were really, caught on to, is because, this guy's not going to beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? Cap is not going to beat his ass. How is this going to happen? How is this going to work? So they had, in this case, they had to show their hand. But remember last year they were selling toys at in Happy Meals.
Yeah, they were.
They were giving away toys in Happy Meals.
Yeah. They dropped the whole all the characters there in the Happy Meal.
I will say I think the reason I was kind of bored during some of the film is what Rich was saying. Most of the stuff you get to see in the trailer. I will say the Hulk fight was fun to watch.
Yeah,
it was fun to see Hulk out. We haven't seen that in. I don't know when's the last time. Like we got like 2 seconds of it in the Infinity War, and that was it.
Ultron.
Yeah, Ultron. So we got to see a Hulk at least.
Your
Hulk
favorite
out.
show? What if, bro?
Ragnarok's probably the last time you saw Hulk out.
Ragnarok.
Yeah, there you go.
And Joey's favorite show? What if?
Absolutely not.
You're like, what if, man? What happened?
What if it's terrible?
You don't like Birdie? Everybody like Birdie.
That's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard of. Howard the Duck and Darcy having a kid is disgusting.
Come on.
I don't know what kind of furry kind of situation they got going on in Marvel and the writing rooms for that show. But bro, that was not it.
It was like somebody was in the room. They were like, Johnny hasn't had an idea yet. He's like, oh, is it my turn?
I'm like,
Joey's anti-bestiality, okay?
Bro, I'm like, what kind of porn are they watching in the writing rooms at Marvel? Like, who decided this? This is disgusting.
See, this is the thing. You overthink it, man.
Nah, that's disgusting, bro.
You're overthinking it.
I am all set.
Don't you have to overthink the Duck
and yo, that Darcy Howard the Duck episode was the longest episode ever. I'm like, what? Yeah, this thing is still. I literally had it on the background. I'm like,
I still haven't
still going on
that season yet.
I'm then they got a kid together. I'm like, yeah, get the hell out of here. This is
shout out to Mama Bear. She disagrees. She thinks that showing Red Hulk was a smart move. Let's be honest. What Isaiah Bradley said was accurate. Yeah, and I liked his character. I think he did great. And I liked his character, and I think it was very compelling. Everything about him was very compelling. Not so much the big plot and the big mystery or the big to fix, but definitely the stuff about him was it.
I think if you don't show Hulk, I mean, you probably could have just shown that foot or wherever like they first did.
Yeah.
But if you don't do that, then you got to do Serpent Society or somebody big.
Yeah,
as your villain
around with people. I don't know
to pump it up for the other part of the trailer, because if you don't show that,
to give it away a little bit as they got closer to it. But.
Yeah, I don't think they banked on Serpent Society like pushing ticket sales. That's why the whole Seth Rollins thing happened, where they took the WWE superstar out of the movie, and they could get Giancarlo Esposito. It's like, all right, we're gonna do this guy. At least he's a big name that can be like, oh, he's in the movie now. Like, I mean, you think about all the movies he's been in. I mean, we just mentioned like the classics from the 90s, but like, I mean, Breaking Bad, bro. Like, the Star Wars, Mandalorian, he's in that. Like, he's a big name, and I think that was good at that. They could get him. They said, you know what, let's make the swap, because they couldn't brick on this. They can't. I told you this before the movie came out. They can't afford to brick on this. This is going to be the anchor to what's to come the rest of the year. And even though I know people are more hyped probably for Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, but this was supposed to like lay the ground. It didn't have to be great. It just had to be good for, Marvel to make bank on and to keep like pushing the storyline further.
I would say the last thing I'll say about it is that the Falcon, when he's introduced as Captain America in the comic books, it did so poorly that they finally had to reintroduce the original Captain America in as leader of S.H.I.E.L.D. and then returning, from the dead and stuff like that. So there's not a lot of passion, for the Falcon Captain America character, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, I get that, and it's kind of shows. I mean, like again, hopefully Mackey's performance leads on to more of him, playing the Cap. Obviously, I mean, he's gonna play Cap in Secret Wars and stuff like that. But like I said, as far as leading the Avengers, he hasn't really sold me on that yet, and that's another reason why the Robert Downeys are coming back, and Chris Evans is coming back for Secret Wars. They're all coming back as evil versions of their characters, or in Downey's case, it's Doctor Doom. But yeah, I mean, they got to do. Marvel's at a point where they got to do what's safe. This was already on the books to get done, and they couldn't mess up at all, in a sense. They couldn't have the movie break.
Right. So imagine what this movie actually looked like. before.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Before
So
the
yo,
reshoots?
Amadeus Cho was supposed to be in this movie. So you know the scene where his guy at the Navy SEALs discovers what's in.
Yeah.
So the guy that he apparently he sent the pills to get examined. That was supposed to be Amadeus Cho, and that was like set to happen, but they scrapped it out of the whole thing. And what was going to happen to Amadeus Cho was he like the way Cap would have found out that the pills were gamma radiated or had gamma in them is Amadeus Cho was gonna call him, discover it, tell him, and Leader was gonna come by and inject him with like gamma stuff to turn him into the Hulk.
Interesting. But there you
which
go.
I thought would have been cool.
I would be cool with that.
That would have been cool.
One last thing I wanted to say. One thing that I did love about this movie, and we only got like a good 3 minutes of it, was the dialogue between Bucky and Anthony Mackie. Like their relationship, as you can see, because we don't really see much into their relationship. We saw it a little bit in Falcon and Winter Soldier, but you could also see that like these two guys, like when they are talking with it, within those 3 minutes, the relationship that they have with each other, and then how Bucky kind of keeps Captain America like at bay, like helping him out, like, you know, there was a reason why you were chosen. There was, you know, and kind of hypes him up. And I wish they would have put that more in the movie. Again, like I wish that
I agree.
we found out a little bit more about how he became a congressman and all that. But I do feel like Bucky, I do feel like he plays a vital part into both Captain Americas, whether it be Anthony Mackie's or Chris Evans. He plays a vital role in Captain America and who he is as a person.
Okay.
And
I feel like,
yeah, I don't think they get into that as much as they should.
I feel like there was something in Falcon and Winter Soldier that kind of alluded to him getting involved in politics. I forget there was like a scene with somebody.
Yeah, but I think at the end, the last
something.
episode.
Yeah, maybe in the beginning, like when he was like very isolated, living in the apartment. It was one of those episodes there. I feel like it was some interaction he had with somebody there. I don't remember the exact.
I do agree with Rich though. I think they need to. I think the Bucky and Falcon dynamic is probably what will help the movies further around, because I think their relationship, and we got to see it on the show, like really kind of pieces together that Captain America lore. Like I know people are, you know, love the Chris Evans, Steve Rogers. I know he's iconic. I know he's the original, but I think with the combo between Mackie and Sebastian Stan as Winter Soldier really can help like piece together that dynamic, because you gotta understand, like, you know, Anthony Mackie's Captain America is not like, he's not the you know, doesn't have the serum, nothing like that. Bucky has the serum, so you got kind of the guy who's more of like the heart and soul and the grit, but you got the guy that's like the, you know, has the power, he's got the arm, and it kind of keeps a balance.
Yeah. Just real quick, Isaiah Bradley was strong as hell, wasn't he?
Oh hell yeah,
He was. Hell yeah.
Awesome, never mind.
The secret
like, yeah,
Captain America, bro.
I thought he was gonna escape and maybe help.
You got the first taste, brother. You got the
Captain
first
America
taste.
with the fight, but I guess not.
You know they say black
There you
don't
go.
crack.
Hey,
I need to see Isaiah Bradley fights in like an Avengers movie.
Yeah, I had some flashbacks.
With the bandana,
I have no doubt.
with the OG bandana mask.
I have no doubt we'll see him in Secret Wars. There you go.
Yeah.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We've talked Captain America: Brave New World to death. It's time to move on to some other stuff.
This is not. I'm going to ask a question though. This is not about Brave New World particularly.
Okay.
Who are going to be the Avengers? They keep talking about the Avengers, and I'm like, who possibly is going to be?
Well, that's like one thing that they're playing on the whole teaser poster for the Thunderbolts. The whole reason why it says Thunderbolts and with the asterisk is they're saying that the asterisk is supposed to be like the new name of the Avengers.
Yeah, Dark Avengers.
Yeah.
They did not.
I'm just trying to figure out: are we getting Young Avengers and regular Avengers? Are we not getting Young Avengers? Is Kate Bishop going to be an Avenger?
I think we're going to get like some kind of weird mix, you know, old and young. You know,
yeah,
we're going to play around with the ideas.
Yeah, I think
that's what
it's gonna be Doctor Strange, Captain America, Spider-Man, Ant-Man, Falcon, the new Falcon,
Shang-Chi.
Miss Marvel, Hulk,
She-Hulk.
Thor.
Fox Wolverine.
I don't know
Yeah.
if She-Hulk gonna be. I really hope She-Hulk don't make it.
They can't just leave that
That'd be crazy.
undone,
Yo,
Joey. They
yo,
gotta
that would be
bring her
crazy.
back.
I mean,
Here you go.
technically, the show never happened, right? At the
Here
end
we
of
go.
we always talk about this. Apparently,
Here-
like the show never was
What
a
if
thing.
they kill?
Because she
They
rewrote the
kill
whole thing at the
She-Hulk
end.
because they do kill She-Hulk in the Civil War II comic book. She-Hulk almost dies when I guess she could die. And what if that's what helps trigger Hulk back to, rage state?
Listen, man,
You know what I mean?
bring Kang back, tie that knot up, bring Jonathan
I might
Majors
play
back
with that.
before you
Yeah.
bring She-Hulk back.
Yeah.
Manny wants to know. I haven't watched the movie, but
That sounded crazy,
Old
but
Man
yeah.
Cap mentioned? Did he die or is he in the space station with Fury? We have no idea. Manny, he was not. He was kind of alluded to in some
He's
some
alive.
dialogue. That's about it. He's
You ain't
alive
see the
somewhere,
body.
probably.
You ain't see the body. That's the rule in Marvel movies. If you ain't see the body, he's alive.
He was dancing with Peggy last time I saw him.
Yeah. Bro, you know what? Mama Bear has something. A young Isaiah Bradley movie would be great. That would be a Disney Plus winner right there.
Oh yeah,
that
it would be.
I'd like that on Disney.
No,
Plus.
that's probably a hit.
That'd be a Black History Month series they can do for us. I could take that.
Yeah.
I would dig that. And you can tell
they even showed us like a younger version of him in the file photo.
Yeah.
In
He
the
looked like a
leader's
baby.
room.
Yeah, in that room.
I was like, looking sharp. They did a good sharp photo of him.
yeah, doing those missions. What was he doing those missions at overseas somewhere?
I think it was in China.
They mentioned it.
Well, he was the secret cap. I think
Korea.
He
It was Korea. I think it was the Korea.
Yo,
war.
imagine touching upon that Isaiah Bradley stuff and introducing Wolverine through that.
Ooh,
Hey.
that'd be dope.
That would be.
Yeah, you guys are probably far removed from the Falcon and Winter Soldier show, but I watched it again recently. So, in the one of the early episodes, he's talking to Winter Soldier, and he's like, "Yeah, I took that arm off before. I was wondering if you got it back." So he fights Winter Soldier back in the past. Isaiah Bradley does.
Oh wow!
So that'd
That's
be
cool.
interesting to see.
That's cool.
Yeah, he said. I think
there you go,
said
ladies and gentlemen.
110.
110, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. Well, we did see they put a Superman trailer on the big screen there. I saw Thunderbolts trailer. You get a little bit more appreciation for them. I think Jurassic Park was on there too.
I'm excited for that too.
Yeah.
How bad can Jurassic? Is there a bad Jurassic Park film? There's not like a.
Bro, it's just dinosaurs.
Really walk out and say that was trash.
Dinosaurs messing stuff up and running around crazy, bro. I mean, what more can you ask for?
It's about right.
But this is supposed to be a whole new one.
Watching them mess things up and leave, bro.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a whole new one. Like a whole new area. I don't even.
Yeah, but it's cool, but it's different. Like there's supposed to be a Jurassic Park. There's a dinosaur in this one. This is the island where they started. I think it's the same island that Sam Neill's Dr. Grant went to in Jurassic Park 3. I could be mistaken, but it's the island where they were like experimenting with the dinosaurs and trying to create like all these weird ones. So there's a dinosaur in this new Jurassic Park that looks like the Predator, or that looks like a alien. It's got like kind of like the way the head is shaped and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's
like a mutation,
yeah, and it's like sensory and stuff like that.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's it for Captain America: Brave New World. Hope we ruined the movie for you. Okay, well, you don't have to go see it. No, I'm just kidding. Let's talk about I guess in the anime world, some Dragon Ball Z. Rich. Some a new form, a new old form has been an old new
and
form.
we were kind of expecting this. So for the people that aren't well versed in Dragon Ball, there's an old episode called Awakening that we got in GT about 20 years ago, and that was the episode that Goku goes Super Saiyan 4. And this episode, the latest episode, was called Awakening, so we were kind of expecting it. He goes Super Saiyan 4 in a little bit of a different way. In the old version, they were trying to cut off his tail. He ends up becoming Super Saiyan 4. This one, I don't want to say too much about what happens, but long story short, Goku's in a battle. You end up thinking he is taking out, and he turns into Super Saiyan 4. Now the problem is the same problem that we got when we got Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Is that we're getting all of these new forms and these new transformations or old transformations. We never saw Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta before, and we saw that. And we saw the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, but the problem is they're in these kid forms. So a lot of people are complaining about that. Like, we're not seeing adult Goku and adult Vegeta get these transformations. It's like,
No, but that's the whole point. This is like the retelling of GT.
yeah, but
it's
weird that they're doing this whole
universe.
kid thing, and it's like everybody. Whereas before in the GT, where Goku was the only one that was wished to be a kid, now it's everybody. Now we got Piccolo, Vegeta, Bulma.
Yeah. Well, because the whole universe changed. The original story changed because of Super and what happens in that.
Mm-hmm. So exciting part, we get a Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So we get a whole new form. Showing off his power and stuff like that. But again, this is the kid form. So as exciting as it was, I still want to see an adult SSJ4 Goku and an SSJ3 Vegeta.
Fair enough. One day I'll catch up.
But it's still cool. Still fun. Still cool. Still fun. Some of the animations you see, like some advanced, they have some advanced animations, but I can't get behind the whole kid thing, man. I really hope
when GT came out, it wasn't very well received either. So, so there you go.
Yeah, I don't like the kid characters. I'd rather them be adult characters and back into their original forms.
Yeah,
but
I remember when GT came out, people were like, "What the heck is this?" You know. So, yep.
Yeah, and that's what we're getting now. It's even worse now. So.
Oh well, there you go. Well, I mean, apparently it's the original creator's, vision. So,
hey, they bring it out for a new generation. I guess we're getting too old to be.
Yeah, I guess we are.
Like, y'all old asses shouldn't be watching this anymore.
Yeah, I never realized that came out. GT came out 20 years ago.
Yeah. So, well, I've been rewatching the Macross shows on Hulu. So, who am I to talk? So there you go. Let's talk about another show that's doing it's got some very interesting things going on. Invincible season 3, right? Am I right, Tarek? Season 3?
Yeah.
Season 3, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave y'all because I don't watch half of that stuff.
All right, Des, let everyone know listening to the audio version of this how they can follow you, sir.
Most social media at I am DJ Des, the DJ plug, wherever they want to follow me at. I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate
you, man. Have a good one,
Peace,
brother.
Man.
Thanks for coming in, man.
Sliding, bro.
See y'all later,
brother. Peace. So yes, let's talk about Invincible season 3. Very interesting things happening in the season. I feel like the second part of season 2 was getting a little bit a lot of exposition, but now it seems to start that all the exposition starting to pay off in this season. How you feel about it, Tarek?
Yeah, I think this season's moving a lot faster. Something big happens every episode. Yeah, it's a nice cliffhanger after each and every episode. But not so much so that you're like, oh my God, I can't wait. Like, it's cool. And you're like, all right, let's see where this is going.
And they're are they dropping like 2 episodes every time too?
I think so.
I don't know.
I can't recall. There's so many of these shows are dropping 2 episodes and 3. Like Spider-Man show was throwing me off because I never know how many episodes are going to drop.
I don't even know if I'm caught up with that either. I'm probably 2 episodes now behind too on that.
Yeah. Well, Invincible's been going really good. Now, I made the mistake of going online to listen to character backstories and ended up getting some spoilers and stuff. I won't get the spoilers. Well, maybe the show will be different.
Yeah,
but
it seems like he's doing a little bit different than what he does in the comic book.
Yeah.
So,
but they brought back one of the most talked about characters from Invincible, at least, Battle Beast.
Yes, they did.
Battle Beast. popped up
And
in this.
the actor who voices that is from is Worf from Star Trek, right?
I believe so.
That's the same actor.
That'll be.
I heard. I was like, I know that voice.
Yeah, Michael Dorn. Yeah,
Michael Dorn. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I thought
But
that was cool.
so the Invincible's been really good, man. Been really good. Still violent and bloody. But
Robert Kirkman, baby. That's it. That's his MO.
Not gratuitously so.
Sometimes it's like when Battle Beast beats Invincible like that. That was like very like
wow. Yeah. I think the first 2 seasons it was too much. It's like, all right.
Yeah, it was a lot.
So they kind of calmed down on that, and that was just dope. It's just been dope fight scenes and little plots and little humor and stuff there. Yeah. So it's a really good, really good show.
What about you guys? Any Rich or Joey? You caught up on it? Any Invincible at all? Nothing.
Not yet. No, okay. I've been trying to catch up on it, but I've been hearing a lot of good things about it.
I actually, and I'm all in on Invincible. Love the way his character development this season. Your boy Mark Grayson has been in the gym working. Yeah.
Well,
but
he's
you
on
also
hiatus
see
now.
Yeah. But you also see a little bit of maturity, not just him as a person, but him as a superhero too, because he's working out, he's doing all these things. They said like they tell you like all of his attributes of how he's gotten better, 75% stronger, 65%, like all of these things. They tell you his progress, but he's also progressing maturity wise too, not only being an older brother to his alien brother that also we find out comes up with powers very early. But also it's a little bit more this season is more about the human aspect of being a superhero and why Invincible is such a good superhero. And also you kind of see a little bit more into why his dad kind of stood on Earth. And he even said like he misses his wife, which was surprising because the one thing he told Mark when they were fighting was that he didn't love his mother. And he actually ended up coming to find out that he actually did, which is the one human thing about his father that actually like you see comes to light a little bit. So you see a little bit of not just a story arc in Mark, you see a little bit with his dad, even though he's not even in it yet. I'm sure we'll see him later on. You also see more something about what they do, which is what they kind of do with not Heroes. What's that show called? With Homelander.
The Boys.
The
Boys.
Same thing. They kind of go into the good and the bad of the hero I guess organization. And now in this one, spoiler alert, Mark Grayson doesn't want to be a part of the whole the Invincible Avengers or whatever they call them. So they go into the superheroes. They're kind of in a little civil war within themselves right now, so that's a little plot point in itself. But also, you're also going to get a multiverse, it looks like, with everybody, and also the whole love interest between Invincible and Adam Eve.
He got a new boo thing.
It looks pretty good.
He got a new boo.
Yeah, he got a new boo thing. But the best part is what Tarek talked about on earlier. This season, where season 2 was a lot more of a setup season, I feel like this season, nothing but action every episode.
I will say though that my wife does not like the show anymore.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
She's like, they keep doing the same thing. It's so much. Like I guess the violence maybe, or just the grinding of the drama, I guess. I don't know. She kind of checked out of it. She's just kind of watching it because I forced her to.
Yeah, fair enough.
But Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Yeah. Joey, are you caught up with Spider-Man?
I think one episode behind. But it's okay. It's right now I'm just at a point where he's kind of putting 2 and 2 together with the weapons that he sees these like villains around the city use.
Yeah.
And tying them to Osborn, but I don't think he's figured out that Osborn is in on it. And he's just now getting his suit. I missed the Daredevil episode though. I haven't seen that one, so
I did see that one. That was cool.
The fighting looked good. I saw the fighting on the roof though.
Yeah, the Daredevil Spider-Man fight is dope. I won't spoil it for you, but it's dope.
Yeah,
it's dope.
I'm not caught up. I think I'm 1 episode behind, but I'm sure you guys talked about it last week. I like the different spin on Norman Osborn helping him develop as Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I do like that different of a little twist on it, and I also like how they give you the black and white suit super quick. Like I think that was like
but it's not quite technically from the video game.
It's not the symbiote. It's not the
symbiote or the anti-venom one.
Nah.
You know, it's just the colors. You know. Are we like Mama Bear? Yeah, you're struggling with Norman Osborn. You like this new take, Joey?
Yo, wait till Norman Osborn goes full villain.
Yeah,
and them waves start spinning. Black Nike Air Force energy. It's coming. It's coming.
I'm ready for that.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think I don't know if we're forgetting. Did we talk about everything? I'm forgetting something. Let me know.
I just have some Mortal Kombat news.
Okay.
They've come out with a new poster and logo of the Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah.
But also they've come out with a poster with Carl Urban as Johnny Cage, and I'm gonna be honest, man, it's making me a little excited to see it, man. Carl Urban, already liked him as an actor before, but I have to say The Boys has kind of made me a little bit more excited for this movie.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about. I don't know how I feel about Carl Urban being Johnny Cage, but if he's anything like how he is on The Boys and being kind of like the douchey guy, I mean that's Johnny Cage all the way.
There you go. That's the look right there for everyone on the video right there, for the Johnny Cage.
Yeah, I wonder. Are they going to play him like an older Johnny Cage?
Probably. Yeah, like more of a seasoned actor, action star that he is.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does Keith Urban got that some karate under his belt?
Carl Urban.
Yeah, Carl Urban. Sorry.
Urban's the country.
Does he have some martial arts? Some martial arts under his belt?
I'd rather fight him. I'd rather fight Giancarlo than Carl Urban.
Wow. Okay, fair enough.
I wouldn't pull up on Carl Urban any type of way.
Also, the other news that I got, my bad.
My man he had to wrap it up music.
I had to wrap it up music, right? Can't even pull up.
Call of Duty, they got a new collab coming out. It is Ninja Turtles coming out this next season.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Sometimes I question some of those things.
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Why y'all being Ninja Turtle haters?
I don't know.
I'm just trying to picture them.
You watching Gundam or whatever the hell they're Robotech.
Voltron.
I'm just trying to picture them with guns. Wait a minute.
They might throw pizza at you
in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But that's a war cartoon. Anyway.
Also, Keanu Reeves is aching to play Constantine again, but the sequel is still in the works and is continuing to be worked on right now.
They need to wrap that up. Make it a TV show.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with that. I don't know.
Make it a Max exclusive show.
I don't know. All right, guys, that's it for us today. Call of Turtles.
Call of Turtles.
Call of Turtles. That's it for today's show, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us on the live show. Everyone who's joined us on the live show. If you are catching the replay of this or you're listening to the audio version of this, you can always be a part of the live show every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do it live on Speedy's Multiverse YouTube channel. Go give me a subscribe over there. And then, you'll know when we go live with the show. And I do extra stuff there on the channel too, as well. Mr. Rich Ortiz, let everyone know how they can follow you, sir.
Go on Kick, Twitch, X, Instagram at Richie_Ortiz on all social media platforms. You see it right here under my name for the people that are watching live.
And Joey Franchise?
Same at Joey Franchise on the personal and Franchise on film for all the nerdy stuff.
Mr. Tarek Lewis?
The Tarek Lewis at Instagram and also on YouTube.
Of course, you can follow me at DJ Speedy JR, all the socials, and follow the show. 3 words, Geek Culture Congress on Instagram, and give us a subscribe, of course, to the Speedy's Multiverse YouTube channel. When you get around to it, then you'll know when we go live with the Geek Culture Congress podcast. Have a good one, everybody. Be safe. Next week, I will not be here, but I'm sure the guys will get together and talk about what's going on. Anything. Yeah.
We'll get some more Dragon Ball, some more Invincible, and some more Spider-Man.
That's right.
Probably another 7 episodes of Spider-Man will drop.
Probably. Have a good night, everybody. Good night, Mama Bear. Thanks for everyone who's joining us on the live show. Have a good one. Shout out to Dez.
Peace.
Thanks for coming to be a part of the show, brother. Have a good one. Peace.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Good night.